mood for a lot of cooking for dinner tonight? How about a salad loaded with all the fixins with an international twist? Here's Chef Nicole Young with a new taste of the Ozarks recipe.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Taste of the Ozarks. I've got an awesome springtime recipe today. It comes together super quickly, is incredibly healthy, but also just tastes so good. So let's start by talking about our protein. So we have taken boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and we've cut them into just cube-sized pieces. And then in this bag, and I mixed all of this in the bag so you don't have to wash a bunch of dishes, I put a half a cup of soy sauce. I put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, and a half a can of ginger ale. And you just let this sit in the bag overnight. The soda will help to start tenderizing the chicken, and the soy sauce, the ginger ale, and the brown sugar will really add just a great amount of flavor, and that sesame oil adds some good savory to it. So we've let that set overnight. Let's talk about our vegetables that we're going to put in this bowl that we have here. So we will start with just some basic shredded cabbage. You can do just the cabbage, or I just had some coleslaw mix at home, so that's what I'm putting in mine. We're gonna put this coleslaw mix right at the base here. This is a great lunch or dinner. It's super low carb, but it's absolutely delicious. Now let's talk about our toppings. We are gonna take some fresh red bell pepper. We're gonna cut just right around the outside of the bell pepper here. We're trying to leave as much of this like white kind of inner veiny part out of it. And you'll see we'll take this and kind of cut out the remainder of it by pushing this flat on our cutting board. And then we're gonna come beneath it with a knife just to try and remove anything that's left of that white bit in there. And that's just because we really just want the crunch out of this bell pepper and the sweetness and not kind of that inner portion that's there. And you can see how easily all that white just got removed. So we'll flip it right back over and just do a nice thin julienne to it. Now you obviously want a really good sharp knife for this so that it cuts through really easily. But that's enough for our first bowl. So we'll just go ahead and put that right in there. Just layer it right on the side. And then we're gonna do a little fresh red onion here. Again, we want it nice and thin. We've cut our red onion in half. We've taken off the outer shell, and then we've cut that half in half here. And we're just gonna get a really good thin slice here. Thin will help for a couple of things. First of all, you want a little bit of that bite and sweetness from the red onion, but if you got a particularly strong one and you've got really thick pieces, it can kind of throw off the flavors of your salad. So we'll assemble that over here on the side. Next, we want some cucumber. In anything that has Asian flavors, I just absolutely love to add some cucumber. We're gonna do some half moons here. Now this is an English cucumber, and that means that the seeds are almost non-existent. They're super tiny, and it's a much longer and typically thinner fruit than your typical cucumber. These are the ones that come wrapped in plastic in the grocery store. I prefer these for salads and things. Go ahead and layer that off to the side there. And then we've got some edamame. You just buy this frozen at the grocery store. Just let it thaw out overnight. You don't have to do anything else to it at all. We're gonna put some of that right on the side here. And then the last thing we're gonna add is our chicken and a couple of garnishes. We just put this in a saute pan over medium heat, and you can see it's caramelizing up absolutely beautiful. The brown sugar and the soy sauce helps it to get a really nice, rich, gorgeous color here. Now you can serve this warm, just like it is right now, or you can allow it to cool down and actually serve it cold as well. Either way works just fine. Put our chicken right on top here. And then we will garnish this with our green onions and cilantro. And then I like a little bit of peanuts on top of mine. And then lastly, we are gonna just drizzle this with a little ginger dressing. You can get ginger dressing at pretty much any grocery store. This one's a vinaigrette. You can get the thicker, creamier ones too. Honestly, either one is absolutely delicious. But as we're getting out and doing some more spring and summer type foods, this one is so yummy and it just goes together so quickly. Absolutely delicious to put into your dinner rotation. So give it a try, and we'll see you guys next time on Taste of the Ozarks.